All right. Today, we're jumping into something really, really special. It's a look at a deeply personal letter between old friends, where a simple invitation to a picnic unearths a whole lifetime of memories, lessons, and honestly, a lot of wisdom. So the letter kicks off with this beautiful, warm greeting in Nepali. Priya Mitra Haru, Jnano Namaskar. And that just means, dear friends, a warm hello. Right from the get-go, you can feel it, right? It just pulls you into this really intimate, personal space. This is a conversation meant for people who go way back. You know, the whole thing got started because of an invitation for old school friends to get together for a picnic, a simple picnic. But it quickly turns into so much more. It's this incredible reflection on the past, on what it really means to have grown up and how those early days shaped absolutely everything that came after. And that journey, well, it starts right where you'd expect, with memories of their school days back in Nepal. A time the author describes as, being poor in terms of money, but unbelievably rich when it came to everything else. And you can really see that powerful contrast here. I mean, on one hand, the author remembers the struggle, right? Waking up super early for farm chores, walking to school on these dusty or muddy roads, not a lot of luxuries. But then on the other hand, all of that just seems to be completely overshadowed by the joy. You've got constant laughter with friends, these light hearts with no worries, and the simple pleasure of just, making a football out of paper so you could have a game. It's amazing. Oh, and the letter is just packed with these little stories that totally capture that youthful spirit. We're talking playing with marbles, flying paper planes in the middle of class, maybe even skipping school every now and then to catch a movie at the cinema. The author remembers all the innocent fun, like teasing friends about crushes, and how every single person had these unique quirks that are still crystal clear in his memory. It's a picture of youthful mischief and friendship that I think we can all kind of relate to. But here's the thing. All that playful energy, it was happening inside a very different kind of structure. And the next part of the letter really digs into the incredibly strict discipline at their school. And, get this, how those tough rules actually ended up forging their character for life. And the crimes we're talking about here were, well, pretty simple stuff. Things any kid might do, right? Showing up late for class or just forgetting to do your homework. But the consequences? Yeah, they were anything but simple. The author lays out these punishments in vivid detail. Students would be forced to hold what they called the chicken pose. They'd get their knuckles wrapped with a bamboo stick, their ears pulled by a teacher, or even have their fingers pinched between a pencil. I mean, it's a world away from how we think about education today, and you can tell the author still remembers that pain. But here's the twist. Despite how painful it all was back then, the author looks back on it now with this really surprising perspective. He writes that he gets it now. That very harshness gave them an invaluable lifelong experience. He actually believes that discipline is what made all of life's later challenges seem, well, a lot easier to handle. So from there, the letter kind of zooms out. It shifts from those specific memories of the past to the unstoppable flow of time itself. It's a reflection on the whole journey his generation has been on, from those schoolyards all the way to today. And you can see that whole journey mapped out right here. It starts with those school days, the foundation of it all. Then they move into young adulthood, building careers, starting families. Next thing you know, they're parents, raising the next generation. And now they've stepped into a brand new chapter. This is where the author has this really poignant realization. He looks around at his friends and he sees that so many of them, just like him, are grandparents now. And there's this feeling, this sense that their time in the spotlight might be passing, and a new generation is getting ready to take center stage. And he puts that thought right out there in the letter. It's a moment of incredible self-awareness. He asks, is it now time for our generation to hand over to the Gen Z group? And it's not a sad question, not really. It's more about recognizing the natural, unstoppable rhythm of life. So you take all of these reflections on being young, on discipline, on time passing, and they all come together in the final part of the letter. And what you get is this beautiful philosophy for how to live a meaningful life, right here, right now. You could almost call it a picnic for the soul. And at the very core of this philosophy is this idea of what he calls the great equalizers. The author's point is that when you strip everything else away, the fundamental things we all experience, hunger, thirst, and of course, death, they make every single one of us the same. And building on that idea, He says that the things our society obsesses over, wealth, status, progress, at the end of the day, they're all just names made by people. They're temporary, they're man-made ideas that kind of lose all their meaning when you face life's biggest truths. Okay, so what do you do with that realization? Well, the letter gives a really clear call to action for today. First, act now. Don't wait for tomorrow because it's never guaranteed. Second, do good. Perform good deeds and don't harm anyone. Third, cherish people. Make time for your friends and family. And finally, live fully. Seize the incredible opportunity that life is. The way the author puts it is just so powerful. He says, one day we have to leave even the breath we have. Don't miss the chance life has given. Wow. I mean, it's just this potent reminder that our time here isn't infinite, and this moment, right now, is a gift. And just like that, a letter that started with a simple picnic becomes this profound guide to living. It asks us all to remember where we came from, to appreciate where we are right now, and to hold on tight to the connections that give life its real meaning. Which kind of leaves us with one final question to think about. Who are you going to share your next moment with?